Right, what happened? Oh, just okay.
It's a practice. Like,
it's practice, right? Yeah.
replay it and see how it is.
Actually, I was gonna actually give it a round.
Can you, like, mute both of us?
Yeah.
That's fine, right?
That's good.
Very solid. I like this. Much better than like same audio from same audio quality from that house, but better because this is soundproof. So that actually sounds much bearable to our ears than it did originally. So that's how it helps. It's already better.
I think that works.
That works fine. Yeah, I'm happy with that.
Okay, that works. So we can just start it off right now.
Should we? Yeah, might as well.
That's recording.
Like, I just need to make sure my if I have random notifications going off, it might screw with the audio. How do you do that? Focuses. Alarms. Okay. So, you ready to start it off right now?
Yeah, sure. We'll start. Let's go. Let's run that.
Run it back. Alright, we're running. We're live in a new studio. $1,000. Sponsored by AG1s. I hope one day we get sponsored.
Yeah, shout out.
Shout out to AG1s. Shout out to
bro.
Manscaped. I love clean balls. I'm just saying. Like, clean balls, it's a different feeling.
Yeah, you know, like when you're playing cricket and
Oh, that's what you're talking about. Right. But yeah, we're back with a new studio, and
yeah, shout out to Thames's rich parents for funding our podcast dreams.
They're not gonna fund anything else after this.
Yeah, they're gonna see the fucking
see
return on investment.
Return on investment. You're not my son anymore.
Do we
I'm
want
sorry.
to actually shout out the government though? Like,
shout out to the government. Yeah.
Shout out to government.
Shout out to government. Like, don't worry about why, but like, shout out to.
Don't worry about the indigenous housing problems. Don't worry about the healthcare problems. The potholes in our roads.
Yeah.
Don't worry about the public school
homelessness
system.
problem, the public school.
Drugs, alcohol, domestic violence.
Anything that could help humanity.
Anything that will give a proper progress to society. Fuck that. We need a podcast.
We need a podcast for you right now. Guys, I have the best idea. Someone in the parliament, some guy was just sitting there in like the meeting room and said, you know what, guys? Fuck the homeless people. We need podcasts. More podcasts. And they're like, all right, let's just build a studio. It's not just...
We need to overtake Joe Rogan right now.
Joe Rogan, Australian Joe Rogan.
Right now.
Yeah.
We need to stop it.
We just... Fuck Joe Rogan. I hate Joe Rogan.
Stop
DMT.
Joe Rogan right now.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Could you imagine, like, that's probably what they thought of in the meetings. They're like, no way, this is a good idea.
Yeah, what reason could they be? I guess they could be thinking about the kids who are going to use it for creativity, but what are they going to make? Like Minecraft montages that are just retarded.
Like gay rap songs?
Gay rap songs. They could actually just make gay rap songs.
Parodies of gay rap songs. That's the best. Just start, like, you know.
It's like the kid that made Number One Victory Royale.
Oh yeah, what's that? Chug Jug with you.
Chug
Chug Jug for you. That's the song. Play that song. You know what? Play it. I like that song. But yeah, like it's funny. Like don't get me wrong, it's funny and it's creative, but it's like should be funded by the government.
But yeah.
Not everything needs money to be thrown at to be good. Sometimes you need to struggle, and sometimes
you need to struggle. Like you need to be underpaid until you get overpaid.
Yeah, exactly.
So
that's like people like that's what the entire system of anything is. Like you have to play like local level football and then you get better, and then you start making your way through the ranks. Same thing. You go to open mics and stand up, you're gonna bomb, you're gonna get people screaming shit at you for no reason. That's what happens at open mics. People don't know this. Like you would be doing like your jokes and then you could like bomb halfway through.
Yeah.
Like or not even, you could start bombing immediately and then halfway through your set someone's gonna be like, you suck, bro.
Has it happened to you? Like,
it hasn't happened to me. Oh, okay, I'll tell a story. So this guy was like doing a joke, It was something about broth. I remember the joke being about broth.
Yeah.
So he was like, so do you know when you go to broth? That's how he starts the joke off.
Okay.
Everyone's like, what the fuck? Like, it's not even like holding tension. Like, you know when Anthony Jeselnik talks, like he like holds tension and then he says like another part of the joke and he
Right.
like holds more tension and then he says the punchline. It's like a release, like an atom bomb of just laughs.
Yeah.
Right? He's not doing that. So like it's the start of the setup. So he's going, oh, you know when you go to broth, right? So he says that like 3 times and someone in the audience goes, hurry the fuck up already, cat. And then we're like, what the fuck? Like I was like, I'm sitting there like my first open mic. He's right before me. Like like the guy hosting it comes to me and goes, oh, how do I pronounce your name? Yada yada yada. And I'm like, yeah, this is how I pronounce it, whatever. And then that happens, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like this guy got heckled out at an open mic. Like it would be like.
Is that your first experience?
Yeah, it's my first experience, and like it would be like if you're shooting a basketball and you're like in the backyard, like in the driveway of your house.
Yeah.
And some guy comes like, you fucking suck, dude. You're not expecting that. You're not expecting like, you're not expecting a crowd. You're not expecting improvements. You're not expecting like constructive
Feedback.
criticism or feedback. You're expecting just to shoot the ball and like be happy and like that's how you release your stress. Same with this guy. This guy's like working out some like material or ideas that he has no idea. So he's like, sorry, I just like, and he starts like bumbling.
Yeah.
And the audience member goes is like, "Oh, fucking hurry up then, good job." And I was like, "Whoa, this is so
That's
wild.
wild.
This is fucked up. Like this is insane." And
That's
he's
brutal.
like, "Hey, yeah," and so he stumbles and he's like, "Oh, I was just trying to make a joke about brothels," and he's like,
Oh, okay.
"What?" And like most
broth?
of most of the audience members are like, brothels, that doesn't make no sense. And then the
Right.
audience member is like, "I thought you were talking a cooking joke, you moron." He's like, he's just laying it on this
Yeah.
guy. This poor dude is just like standing
Imagine
there.
that's his first time.
It's not his first time, but like he told me before, because I talked to that guy before, and he's like, we were like discussing, he's like, "Oh, is this your first time doing
Yeah.
it?" I'm like, "Yeah, it's my first time." He's like, "Oh, what made you want to do stand up?" And I'm like, "I'm a moron. I'm a fucking idiot. Most of my friends think I'm funny.
Yeah.
I don't know how true that is. I want to give this a shot." It's the norm. Like no
Yeah.
one goes to an open mic and goes, "I'm Dave
I'm the
Chappelle."
bomb. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm the shit.
Crazy tonight.
No one does this. And if
Yeah.
you do and you go there, then your confidence gets like fucking just demolished.
The Dunning-Kruger.
Oh, it's amazing.
In real
Like
life.
if you think
Yeah.
you're funny, just try to open mic and just bomb and then tell yourself that you're not the shit and you want to go home and
Yeah.
you cry into a pillow and none of your dreams will come true. And that's fine. And that's fine. Trust me. Like I'm doing it right now and I'm telling you like it sucks. And every comedian knows that it sucks. Or any practicing comedian. Like I'm not a practicing one yet, hopefully.
In a way, right? Like it's still.
Yeah. I mean,
kind
yeah.
of practicing, but not.
Yeah, but it's like again, it would be
not for
like
free, I guess.
yeah, fair. But I mean, I keep cutting you off, my bad. But like it would be like if you play a game of basketball with your friends. You're not a basketball player. You just play basketball.
But yeah.
You know, like no one like the process to be professional in
It's a
like
long
music and
shit,
arts
yeah.
and stuff. You just need notoriety and fame. Like that's why I kind of like respect like Pete Davidson. He's like fucked his way up the hierarchy. He's like no.
What do you mean by that?
No, he just dated pretty girls. Like
Yeah.
he just got more progressively famous with the women he dated, and then with
Right.
with every girlfriend he's had, he's just got more famous, and that's a good thing.
That is. You
That's
know
the-
what? I
that's
might
the
try that.
greatest
I might
thing
try
ever.
that from now on.
You just need to like date like a local level,
Local
level,
legend?
like no, like a pageant winner.
Yeah.
Like she won like Miss New South Wales. And like, oh my god, that's fucking
that's
amazing.
crazy, yeah.
What? And then you go around to your friends, like my girlfriend's Miss.
I see what you
My
mean.
girlfriend's Miss
Miss
NSW,
yeah.
right? And you're like, fuck, that's amazing, right? And then you cheat on her with another. no.
Is that necessary?
No. Okay, and then you get up the
Yeah.
you get up the hierarchy, and so you gotta upgrade. It's like it's like an upgrade. In some sense. I'm not saying it's a good thing.
You're
I'm not saying-
objectifying women so
I'm not,
hard.
no.
It's like an
I'm
Andrew
trying to be
Tate
funny.
dick riding
I'm trying to be funny. I'm trying to be
podcast.
funny. Stop this. This is why I'm doing open mics because I'm trying to be funny.
Right.
I'm just saying.
But our audience here is ass, bro. What is he doing?
No, I'm just saying, like you know, there's a way of climbing the social hierarchy of fame, and maybe one of it's not being talented.
Yeah, I guess
it's
morally reprehensible, but you know what? Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do.
yeah, you gotta do what you gotta do. It's fine. I get it.
I don't advocate it. I'm not gonna stand for it. I'm just neutral, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I totally get it. So like, I don't know. Like when I look at like him, I'm like, fair enough, fair play. He did
Fair
his
play,
thing.
yeah. You did your thing.
He did his thing. Like, I mean, there's other celebrities who like have nepotism. Like, there's like, oh, I'm like the son of like this random director, this really
Yeah.
famous guy, and I get these movie roles for no reason. Type up Roseanne Barr's son. I forgot what's his name, but Roseanne Barr is like this super famous comedian from like America.
Yeah.
She had her own TV show, Roseanne. It got cancelled because she said like some like racist shit, like horribly racist stuff.
Like, what, as a part of a stand-up?
Oh no,
Or
like
just-
just on
just-
tweets, just tweets, just horribly racist tweets about like black people and shit.
What the? Okay.
It's the last thing. What's his name? No, what's his son? Oh. Anyways, so that guy is not talented to save his life.
Oh, what's happening?
What's happening?
Oh, you're pushing on that.
Right. This studio has its mind of its own.
I'll put it
Right.
down. No, it's
Bro,
pretty funny.
is as short as the mind.
Roseanne has many
I'm not.
children. So
Anyways, so that guy
Thomas.
is not talented to save his life. What's his name?
was it Buck Thomas? Is that who you're looking for? Is it Buck Thomas, Jennifer Petlin, Brandy Brown, Jake Petlin?
Oh, dude, I forgot his name. I literally forgot his name. I'm triggered right now thinking about this.
You'll remember it. Just forget about it.
Okay.
Like 5 minutes, you'll remember.
Okay,
That's
alright.
it.
Anyways,
Yeah.
he's not objectively good at like acting or anything
Yeah.
he does. But because he is he's Roseanne Barr's son,
Right.
right? He's basically born from like one of the most famous female comedians at the time. Like she's super like well respected at the time. Anyways, stuff like that.
Oh, when was this?
This was I think like this was like 10, 15 years ago. If I have to
Oh,
remember,
right.
if I have to put like a time limit on it, but.
Mm.
I just remember listening to a podcast and watching some like Roseanne clips, like the TV show. She was like a mega hit TV show,
Yeah.
TV star. And then like and then she had a son, and then that guy just gets like casting and everything. Same thing applies. Like if you don't have to be good at what you do, you just gotta know the right people.
Yeah, it's what you know, no,
Yeah.
it's who you know, not what you know.
Yeah, it's not who you know, it's what you know, and it's not even what you know. It's sometimes how good you are just to go to be like like to avoid like getting cancelled or just anything like that. Because like if you're just really
Be
good at
PC at the
something.
beginning of your career, and
Yeah.
then after everyone accepts you, it's like, you know what? Let me put my opinions out
Yeah,
there.
that's about it. But like that guy is not good at anything he does. I forgot his name. Oh, this is gonna haunt me for the rest of my life. But yeah.
You'll remember it. Don't worry. Trust. That's how memory works. If you just let go of it, it'll come back. It's gonna. Your
Yeah.
subconscious is weird. It's gonna work in the background. All of a sudden, we might be talking about like gay sex, and all of a sudden, like, I remember. Like for some reason, there's a connection there. I don't know how.
Yeah.
It always is like that for me.
Yeah, no, I get that.
So-
So yeah, like again, and when I'm in that open mic process, like
Yeah.
I'm sitting there, I'm like watching all these people bomb and stand up. Like no one is doing good. I think I laughed a total of like 8 times in that. Like in
How many
those
times
2
have you-
hours.
Oh, in the 2 hours. Okay.
Like other people's jokes. I bomb myself. I'm not gonna sit here and act like I'm like
Like,
Dave
yeah.
Chappelle, like going up there just crushing material. Like thank you. I wish I could do another 5 minutes. I can't. I'm so sorry. And then walk away.
Yeah.
I can't. I'm a moron too. But it's funny that like that's like the ultimate form of like torture. It's like that you have to put yourself through the worst process
Yeah.
ever. Like you don't like for becoming a basketball player or like any athlete or anything. You typically don't suck and then you start getting better. You're already good and then you just get better. Because that's what the
Yeah.
high school level is. Like if you're recognized at 18 years old, it's like, oh, he's a young prospect. He's like 6'8". He's really tall. He's really athletic. It's like
Yeah.
he's already good. Look how much better he could be. But then like in this process or like anything else, like in music, it's like you tend to suck. You
Until
tend to
you
be
get
really
good.
bad. Like if you hear Ed Sheeran's first songs, he played it I think on one of those TV shows like the Jimmy Fallon.
I think I might have seen that video
Yeah.
a while ago, but
Yeah, I don't know. If someone could play that, yeah.
I can search it up.
Search it up. But
I'm trying to find
if you listen to that song, it's really bad. It's fucking horrible. But then, and this is the same guy who made like Shape of You and Lego House, and like some of like, the biggest smash hits. And there's just really good songs. Like I used to listen to Ed Sheeran. I don't anymore. But like when I was like younger, it was like
Oh, yeah,
it was like the
okay.
thing to like listen. Yeah, here it is.
Yeah, I've seen this clip. Yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, see?
You should really get these road mics. Not gonna lie.
I know, right? Yeah.
Go back. Oh.
I'm trying to not laugh
I'm just
at
gonna
that.
stop playing that. Like everyone knows.
He's really bad. He's really bad. But the point is, you start somewhere.
You start off
something.
with being
and
asked.
that's the
Yeah.
thing. Like, because I'm doing the open mic stage. It sucks. It's hard. But like, you see the end results. Like you see the Chappelles, you see the Louis, you see the.
They all
Blurs,
went through
you
the
see
same grind
Rock.
as well.
Everyone did
Like,
the same.
everyone-
Like
you
I
have
remember
to go
listening to
through
Boba's podcast, him being like, the open mic days were the worst. Like it's some of the worst experiences you can ever wish yourself upon.
it. That's like
but it's
social
rewarding.
embarrassment.
Yeah.
That's the highest form of torture. Humans are social creatures.
Yeah.
And imagine just going out to like a social event and then everyone just laughs at you because I don't know, you did something goofy.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
like you go home, your ego's destroyed. You might just kill yourself.
Yeah,
that night.
exactly. Yeah, you might as well. you have some
No, we
justification.
we can't
I mean,
promote.
legally, you can't
No,
say
no
that.
suicide, please. Don't kill yourself.
No, but like there's some
You're too
justification.
sexy.
To that, huh? There's some justification to
Yeah.
that because like you put like before doing it, you have this like weird idea like, oh, you kind of the shit. You're really funny. You're this. You have some stage presence, whatever. Then you go up, you say like the first few jokes, it doesn't land. You're like, you know what? I'm gonna pull the best joke I have, and then you say it, and no one laughs. Just nobody. It's just crickets. This guy's coughing in the background. There's just people.
Yeah.
It's just horrible. The experience of it, and then you're like holding the mic, you're like gripping it really, really tightly.
It's like shaking in your leg.
Yeah, you're basically shaking because
Yeah.
it's either like it's a mix of like adrenaline, embarrassment, sadness, just like melancholy, like depression.
Questioning every single life decision.
And then at that moment, like everything starts flooding, like all the horrible things you've done, like all like the shit things, like just it's like most embarrassing time, like you know that one time you shit your pants when you're like in like third grade.
Yeah.
It just randomly
all
appeared.
comes-
It all
wow,
comes like just
perfect
like
timing.
a massive wave, of just like shitty sadness, and then you're like, oh, you and then try talking your way out of it.
Yeah.
It never works, and you just eat it up, and then this guy was like, one of the guys hosting it is like, is that all for tonight? I'm like, oh yeah, it's all for tonight. I just dropped the mic and walked away. Just walked away, and I got really sad. I remember walking out the bar or the pub that I was doing it at, and it starts raining, and I didn't have like a jacket or an umbrella, so I'm walking through the rain, just hailing down buckets, and I'm like listening to like Joe Rogan and David Goggins talk about like this guy's like, you gotta through the suffering, you gotta walk through the suffering, make your suffering the best friend, and I'm like, no, I don't want to do this anymore. This is so horrible. It's like, why would anyone do this? This is like the worst form of torture ever. I was nearly crying. I remember that so specifically. I was like, this could be like the make or break moment. This is the moment where it's like you either just give up or you start again.
This is the reason why you
just do it again and again and again and again. Like most people sit there and then like like something like Chappelle has the weirdest experience I've heard. Like he on one of the side things about Netflix, that when Netflix put out the Chappelle show without his permission.
Yeah.
So he made this thing on YouTube and just put it up or whatever, right? And then one of the things he was saying that when he did his open mic, he felt like he was at home. It was like stand-up was like the one for him. I was like, that's so fucking weird. Like you enjoy people looking at you and then having that timing and experience. It's so strange to me. I've always thought about that. I was like, I didn't like it, and I'm so used to it because I used to do musical theater. I used to do speaking, debating.
Oh, musical theater.
Yeah, like I'm used to like doing all these things. I'm used to talking, but it's a whole ball game of like trying to be funny and then letting them laugh, or them trying to get the joke and then you continue with it.
Right.
It's also another thing. It's like when you're with your friends, like it's a normal conversation.
Yeah.
You have time to think of something funny, then you say it, they laugh, and then maybe you say something more funny, and then they'll keep laughing, and that's it. Right?
You're just chilling.
Yeah, it's
the
just
whole vibe
chilling.
is
So
different.
you have no expectations. Like no one's looking at you to be funny. That's the one thing. That's the biggest difference of all the open mic experiences I've had.
Right.
It's like people are looking at you, and you're like, okay, is this guy gonna say something funny? And you're like, what? And then you have like a piece of paper. I was like, I think this is really funny, man. Like I just talked to my best friend about this, and he was laughing, and I think this is gonna work. And then you go off, you eat some fucking balls for breakfast, lunch and dinner, whatever. You eat, like you bomb, and you walk back, and like that wasn't funny. And then like rip your piece of paper and fucking throw it on the ground. You're like,
It's not
this
funny.
is horrible. Some people just get. I know this guy, like the first guy I saw, this guy bombed. He went Like he sat down, he got like a couple shots of vodka and he started downing it.
Oh.
It was so
That's-
funny.
oh
It
my
was
God.
funny to think that that's how he like deals with his sadness. Like fuck this, I'm just gonna get
Get
like,
absolutely
just throwing it
wasted.
back.
Right.
Yeah, that's all the open mic stories I have. I'll keep doing it every week and I'll let people know how it is. But that's
Right.
like it's really bad. It's really horrible.
Do you go?
But it's
You go
fun.
every week, right?
I go 4 times a week. I go
4 times a
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I'm not going this Thursday because I have some concert thing. But yeah, like I'm gonna
Kanye
like
West $2,000.
Yeah.
But
yeah Kevin Hart.
Kevin
2000
Hart,
dollars.
not Kanye. Is that racist? Am I racist?
You know Kanye West can't come to Australia, right?
What?
He got banned from the government. No, I'm being serious. You could Google
What?
this. The
What did he do to the Australian government?
No, the immigration minister. No, for 2 times, 2 separate times. The first time, like what I'm aware of, I'm not quite
Yeah.
sure anything past this. The first time was he was half vaccinated, so he had the first vaccine, but he didn't get the second one, so
Right.
he wasn't fully vaccinated to come to the country. That's the first time. Fair enough. You know,
Fair
like
enough, yeah.
the Novak Djokovic situation that happened with Australia Open like last year. That's the first time. The second time was after all that anti-Semitic stuff.
Anti-Semitic,
It's
yeah.
like DEFCON. I'm going like DEFCON 3 on the Jews, whatever that shit is, right? He says.
So what he said. Oh,
Yeah, that's what he said. Yeah.
I honestly,
Why?
I admit, I did not see into the news. I just knew he did.
Wait,
something
you
bad.
didn't know all of this?
I knew that he got cancelled for like being anti-Semitic,
Yeah.
but I didn't know exactly why.
That,
Like,
well,
I
that's
didn't
what he
look
said.
into it.
And then he like doubles down on it. Like most people are like, oh, he's like, you know, drunk or joking.
Yeah.
Or like he's like, you know, he goes like, this is like a stupid thought that you had before you go to bed. And then you sleep over and he's like, sorry guys, I had a really bad night last
Yeah.
night. You know, like he didn't do any of that. He was like, oh no, Jewish people are horrible. He just like doubles down on it immediately. Funny as shit.
All I remember is
He
that
took it like a champion.
one day he was part of like Nike.
Yeah.
And
No,
then the next,
Adidas.
Oh, Adidas, and
Yeah.
then the next day they're like, you know what, we're parting ways. His net worth went from like, I don't know, 100 million or whatever to like 0 in like 2 days.
Yeah,
he couldn't
no.
even use his Apple credit card.
Yeah, it was like it went from like 10 billion to like 1 point something billion. So he lost $9 billion in one day,
Still, he's got
which is
$1 billion,
amazing.
just-
Which like reminds me of like when Elon smoked weed on the
Yeah.
Rogan Experience, and
And
then
the
like
stocks went
the
down.
stocks just crashed instantly after that. That's
he's,
so
he's probably
funny.
like 10 times richer than before anyway, so it doesn't even matter.
it doesn't
right?
matter to him. But it's
Yeah.
it's funny to think it's like, oh, what is this? And Rogan's like, oh, this is like marijuana. It's like,
Oh,
oh,
let me try it.
and that like breath, like
Yeah,
that
you
like
reckon the
release.
government is gonna allow that? Or
Oh yeah, we should totally smoke.
should
right
totally
now.
smoke in this room and leave with
Yeah.
no ventilation. The librarians come
Hot
in.
boxing in the library.
They just come in and they get like secondhand advice. They just sit down with us. Oh, what are you
A
guys
second
talking
hand.
about?
Oh, what are you talking about?
It's crazy.
Yeah, man, the government's really bad.
Yeah,
dude.
fuck the woman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, so I mean, what was I saying? Yeah, you said the wrong black guy. Yeah, Kevin Hart, Kanye West.
I'm
Shame.
sorry, everyone. I would like to make an apology. I need to practice this in the future. I'm definitely getting cancelled. Guys, I'm sorry for what I said. It was a moment of desperation
Yeah.
that led me to this. I would like to ask for your forgiveness.
And how would you repent for these mistakes?
I will find 100 black men and kiss them on the mouth, French kiss them, and I will make sure they get some good sloppy right afterwards as well.
That sounds.
You
You
reckon
know what? That sounds alright.
That
you
sounds
know?
alright. Yeah, I know a few.
Is
I
this
know
you
one
coming
guy.
out, Tamsin?
Maybe.
We don't talk about that one, right? It's Pride Month. Look, I'm celebrating Pride Month, so you can't be gay on Pride Month. You can't be.
You can't
That's just how the rule is. I don't mean, hate the game, not the player.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You're just showing them respect.
Yeah.
Do you have any topics? Throw us some shit.
There was this one thing he was trying to do. So trivia, like,
Oh, okay.
or
Yeah.
ChatGPT as well, like asking ChatGPT
I like
questions.
I like trivia first.
So
If ChatGPT is available, right?
I tried ChatGPT, but like you need to like log in and everything.
I have. I mean, I'm logged in here.
You're logged in with ChatGPT.
Oh,
Put on
the
trivia.
table is
I'll
crazy.
try-
So the trivia I was
Well,
talking
which
about.
one first?
Do you know higher or lower? So like you have 2 prompts,
Yeah.
and then whoever has the most Google searches, you have to like guess which one.
Oh yeah, I know that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, want to play that?
You wanna play that?
Play
We could play that for a second.
I mean, you're gonna have to like face the screen.
Yeah, we have to face the screen.
Okay,
that's-
just tell us. Okay, Facebook or Google?
So it tells you like how much searches.
Yeah.
Facebook has, so
I know. Okay. Do you know how to play?
I kinda remember.
You just have to
you
guess
just guess,
if
like, high or
Google
lower.
has more searches than Facebook.
Have Facebook.
Yeah. and I'm gonna say
Google.
higher.
Actually, no.
Well, I'm gonna say
I
higher.
think Facebook
Because
is
there's
higher, right?
rumors, dumbass. They're gonna be like, they're gonna be on Google,
Bro,
being
they
like,
go on
I'm on
Google, they
Google,
type on
and
Google.
then they're gonna put, and then Google's gonna put in Google, and they're gonna pick the first.
You know what?
link.
You know what?
That's how it
I
always
saw. I saw
works.
on XQC stream. He went on Google and he just searched up Google. There was a video like Can you pull it up, Mazrafi? Screw the name. Screw the name. Can you pull it up, audio engineer?
Audio engineer. You're gonna have to like bleep that out just for the comedic effect. Yeah, no. My reasoning is very simple. It goes like this. You're like 70, 60 years old. You don't know what
Yeah.
Google is, and you want to know more about that. So like you just Google,
Right.
but you don't know that you're on Google. So it's like a paradox. Like it just like never
Mm.
ends.
Did you find it?
I didn't find it though.
I'm gonna say higher.
You gonna say Google's higher?
I'm gonna say Google's higher. I think so. It makes sense.
What do you
I
think?
feel like even then, how many boomers are actually going on Google every single day?
That's a good
A small
question.
percentage. I'm gonna say Facebook more because people are addicted. Facebook is addicting, and people love they're just gonna keep going back again and again.
Okay, you know what?
I'm gonna say Facebook is
Yeah. I changed my answer. I'll say lower.
Low, but
Just
you
because
go low?
that's
Alright,
pretty reasonable.
Like it doesn't matter, but like
So
what
lower,
about
yeah.
the revelation?
Yeah. Oh, see, that's way
That's
lower.
way
I'm a
lower.
moron.
Okay.
Amazon's
Are you
higher.
recording your screen?
I'm recording my screen.
Yeah, Amazon is higher than Google.
Google versus
People buy a lot of shit every single time. People buy a lot of shit. Like I know that Amazon is probably like the biggest like marketplace right now in the world. Like it grew so much. People like drop ship through Amazon. Like everything you can
Amazon
do.
FBA.
Like I see that shit on my For You page all the time.
Yeah, honestly, I
There's,
would agree.
there's so many
with
different branches as well. Like instead of just
Amazon Kindle, Amazon like.
Amazon
There's
Prime,
so many
Amazon,
memberships. Yeah.
Is
Is it talking about all
streaming
the different
services?
Amazons? Because then, yeah, I would probably say high.
because like it doesn't have to just Amazon. It's probably like Amazon something as well.
No,
Amazon
but
Prime, Amazon-
even
yeah.
even as just Amazon
I just
itself.
Amazon like all encompassing. Amazon's very
I'd
high.
say. What?
What?
Oh.
Right.
Well, people Google more. No, that
Google,
doesn't
that's
make
crazy.
sense.
You can't Google. This motherfucker is just sitting there. He's like, you know what? Today I'm gonna search Google on Google. Like, what the?
That's so horrible. What the fuck?
You know what? Okay, if you have a streamer like XQC, the biggest streamer on Twitch,
Yeah.
just searching on Google. You know, I don't blame normal people.
Yeah, okay, fair, but no way people do that. That's pretty funny to think that people that actually happens.
Oh, okay. I found the video.
Okay.
Oh, I think I found it as well.
You found it? Yeah, it's that one. Do you want to watch it? His?
Watch on you because it will have the big audio as well.
Is yours recording
I
too?
can do the audio afterwards. Like, put the audio from your thing. It might be better. But
Before making a trade,
oh, you don't have an ad block.
Insights, the new trading tool on Plus 500.
Can we get sponsored
It's
by
so
an ad block?
funny when they play videos during classes and then that dad block comes on. My dad.
It's funny. He went from stocks to searching Google and Google.
Wait, what does his chat say? You have to read the chat. I just want to read the
It's
chat.
always the brain dead chat that makes everything 10 times funnier.
They're just saying like brother.
Omega lol. It's just Omega lols everywhere.
Yeah, no. Skip when he actually Googles Google, and then read the chat then, because it's gonna be like a massive explosion.
Like,
Like,
Give it 5 seconds so it skips after. There's a bit of delay between searching. He closes attached. That's the what? That is the most embarrassing thing you could do online.
This one is going to hell. TSMC. Google. Yeah, people saying Google. Googling Google.
Yeah. That's crazy. Oh yeah, ChatGPT. I mean, I can ask it right now. What do you guys want to ask? Or do you want to?
Does
No,
ChatGPT
continue
know?
with this.
Continue
Go-
with this, yeah.
go.
Okay,
switch midway through. Lower.
Oh, but is
How to
this-
Train Your Dragon is not more than rolling.
Is this lifetime searches or monthly? How does it work?
Monthly.
Monthly. Okay. Rolex.
Yeah, average monthly searches. Yes.
Yeah.
No one
Lower.
is that much.
No one's gonna be
addicted.
like maybe there's this one How to Train Your Dragon fan. It's like
There's like a
Train Your
Facebook
Dragon.
group
Or
of
you got
people.
Facebook group of people. Oh no. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like who would have
Yeah,
guessed?
that makes
Wow.
sense. That's a given.
That's still a lot. 300K
Yeah.
even in this air pollution high.
No way. Do you think so? Why?
Yeah, we would live in a weird world if air pollution was lower than How to Train Your Dragon.
I don't think people give a shit about climate change. That's my argument.
I think air pollution is more general, so more people research it. So, it's kind of close.
It's lower. Yeah.
Alright.
Profits
It was
Not
close.
bad.
In,
It was
your,
close.
in your defense, it was close.
Yeah.
I see that. Try. Okay, play one more time.
One more time, alright.
We've not got more than one, by the way. Oh, Wuthering Heights and Vietnam.
No, Vietnam, bro.
More than Wuthering Heights.
That's crazy.
We-
It still has 201.
We
things.
read that book, by the way, in high school.
I
Do you
could.
remember?
I don't. Yeah, Vietnam. Yeah, I remember. That book was weird. I think if I
People
read it
were-
again now,
Heathcliff.
I might appreciate
I
it.
think Heathcliff was the female, the male protagonist.
What the hell is the Colossus from? Lower.
Oh, that's lower. I don't
Heathcliff
I don't-
was like the bad boy type.
Yeah, the bad boy. Like I know all the chicks used to like Heathcliff.
Ooh, the goth girls like Heathcliff.
No, all like you know when you read the book and the people give their opinions. Some
Yeah.
people actually read the book. Surprise.
Yeah.
They didn't read the Cliff Notes
Not the
version.
Cliff Notes, but ChatGPT version would go crazy right now.
Okay. So no, but and then I remember all the girls were like, oh my god, like I'd love a boyfriend like Heathcliff. It's like that guy's a psychopath.
He's a murderer.
He's
Did
fucking yeah.
Did he just dig up someone from the grave and just have sex?
necrophilia?
Necrophilia? Yeah.
So in the actual
That's your
book,
boyfriend?
it's not actual necrophilia. Like
He's trying to justify
no. Like they didn't like blatantly say it's necrophilia, but
They
it's
didn't
like it's alluded to. Like
So it's
people-
necrophilia.
Oh,
What are you trying to do?
I wasn't racist, but I said the N word just by accident, so I'm not really saying it.
Oh, I'm not racist. I don't say the N word, but I do like say a lot of bad stuff about black people. I'm not racist.
Oh yeah. No way.
Just think about like the author.
okay,
Why
no-
would she want
Go on
to like
ChatGPT
be alluded
and
to?
go summarize Wuthering Heights. Heathcliff from Wuthering Heights.
Summarize Heathcliff's character.
No. Ask the question: did Heathcliff commit necrophilia?
Okay, that's a good idea. I like that. You know, I would have said this argument because this
Yeah,
has been
ChatGPT
bothering me
just-
Because here's the
for
thing:
4
like,
years
why
now.
would the author like write that and like be?
I don't know, dude. You're asking me like I've read the book, B I haven't read the book, and I'm trying to guess of why would a guy do that. You're so horny, you gotta like fucking dig up graves and then fuck someone that's died. There's no fun in that. Like, I'm just saying, like the sex, anything. Why would you do this? You're putting yourself through like the world's amount of work to have sex.
Right. So this is what ChatGPT
Avoiding
says.
prostitutes. You could have just bought someone
You could've
else.
just bought-
You could have
yeah.
just paid $10 to be like, let's fuck, instead of digging a hole.
Digging out, it's like too much effort, right? There is no clear evidence in the novel Wuthering Heights
Yeah.
by Emily Bronte that Heathcliff committed necrophilia.
Okay.
While the character's behavior is often violent and abusive, there is no indication that he engages in sexual acts with a dead body. In fact, there is no explicit mention of necrophilia in the novel at all.
This is
It's
what I mean.
important to remember that the interpretation of literature is subjective and open to different perspectives. However, there is no textual basis to support this claim that Heathcliff committed necrophilia.
He avoided the necrophilia charges.
Would he beat the necrophilia charge?
Okay,
Good
that's
for
like
him. You
one
know
of the
what?
charges.
You know
he
what?
avoided.
I feel bad now because we shitting on a guy who didn't do anything wrong. Technically,
Okay, but
he's
like-
a fictional
free
guy.
Heathcliff to his backwards, guys. Come on.
Okay, but
He
avoided
only
that,
slapped like 7 women, just only.
compared to the other things, like he like technically like probably like, kidnapped the sister,
Yeah.
but like the other guy, and then kept his son. Like he just completely like house locked
Okay.
imprisoned his son. In his own house.
He's a horrible guy.
I swear.
And
he's
his
in
son
prison right
died.
now.
Yeah, his son died.
Oh yeah, his son dies, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember this now. It's coming back to me. I mean,
I
the
never
Cliff
read it,
Notes
so-
version.
Not
is
even the
coming
Cliff
back.
Notes. I didn't read the Cliff Notes.
Is that why we all got horrible marks in English? Because people
Yeah.
didn't even bother to read the
I
Cliff
didn't.
Notes
Yeah,
version.
that's like another. Imagine with ChatGPT.
I'm the only one that actually read it.
You probably
I know,
read
yeah,
all of it,
good
yeah.
for you, because I didn't. I, was
I think
like-
I read like
It
2
didn't help
chapters
at
and I
all.
was like, you know what? I'm just gonna go play Minecraft.
I read like the first chapter. I was like, I can't. And this is weird because I do read books. Like I read like Dostoevsky and stuff. I just didn't like Emily Bronte's writing. I like the other one. What's the other book called? Gosh.
Great Expectations.
No.
other one we read for
Another
English?
other Emily Bronte book. What's it called? Is it?
Those two Emily Bronte books.
No, there's.
No, her other works. Like, she
Her
had
other
more
works,
works,
yeah,
not just
her other
Wuthering
works.
Heights. You know,
It's called. My brain's
can't
like-
remember it.
Yeah.
I
Oh.
mean, thinking about like the books you read in high school, there's also To Kill a Mockingbird.
Oh yeah, that was best. That was
Yeah.
really good. I've actually liked that book. That book's nice. Atticus Finch. Shout out Atticus, the boy.
And,
I
like,
actually can't remember what it was.
I can't remember either. I
Atticus
just
is
know
the
that.
boy, right?
Oh, is it someone else?
Irrelevant, bro. Irrelevant.
Irrelevant,
She has
right.
no clout. Wuthering Heights, my ass, friend.
She's not bigger than J.K. Rowling. That's better
Yeah.
than me. Oh, that's amazing. The
But-
books that would make you read in English.
Speaking
the-
of J.K. Rowling, like all of her transgender stuff, like it's
Yeah.
why did she change like the sexuality of
Pride Month.
Dumbledore because of Pride Month?
Like,
No, did she actually? Because
Yeah, remember?
I know she
Dumbledore-
gets cancelled, but then like,
Not
what?
cancelled, but
Does
you
she
know
like
Dumbledore?
fold to the cancel? Like what? Does she?
What she did?
Did she take her opinions back by trans people?
No,
I just wanna
she
know.
didn't take it back. She's still like
Okay.
her.
Good for her. You know what? Stand your ground. Like not that I like people who are like who stand their ground. Like
Yeah.
they don't fold. Like I hate people who do something wrong. Like I'm sorry. It's like at least prove it. Like at least hold your opinion.
Yeah.
Like I don't agree with Ben Shapiro, but at least he holds his opinion. That's a very good thing. You know, he's
His
not a
character.
flip floppy person.
Yeah.
Like here's the integrity of his character. There's character there in that man. Like you know, like there's that video of him in front of that girl, that lady, and then she's like a trans lady, and then she's like yeah, she's talking, and then Ben Shapiro is like, I refer you by your name, but I still call you he, and then she's like, oh, just play the video. It's like one of those like I can't remember.
It was like I think what you're talking about. So like he
Like
was asking,
I respect.
why are you?
I would
why-
do that. I would never do that to anyone. Like sure, I'll call you whatever you want to be called.
What
But
was
like
it? Ben Shapiro.
trans woman, yeah, that awkward interview. It's funny. It's kind of funny to think that he just doesn't like fold. Like like you could
Oh,
be
is it
under.
when he was sitting?
Yeah.
Oh,
on
I
the
remember
chair.
this.
Yeah, I
this.
remember it too. I remember in like when I was like,
And then the lady came in close and. Okay, let's
yeah,
see this.
it's kind of funny that he just doesn't fold. That's funny.
That's
That's
a nerd
funny.
emoji.
Objectively, that's
Yeah,
funny.
that's
It's
funny.
wrong,
That is funny.
but it's funny. It's
Yeah.
really funny. To think that he's just like, nah. Like he doesn't
He just
fold.
yeah.
I like that. So anyways, what did she take it back or she's still holding her comments?
Her justification is like it's not as bad as like what other people are saying about transgender. That's her.
Oh, you guys don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, regardless. Don't worry about it.
And then what? She's gonna double down on racism.
And then a lot
Yeah,
of the
next-
actors,
next
a lot of the
minute,
actors as
double
well.
the
That's
one
like
racist and
started
misogynist.
defending her as well. Like, do you know who the really witchy character? What's the one that's even like Emma Watson herself? I think like also defended her.
Yeah,
So yes.
Emma Watson.
The
Oh.
girl who played Hermione.
Yeah. Oh wow.
We're gonna stick together. Yes.
I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't put career suicide. If you're dying, like, great job. Just walk away.
They're still making the new movies though, aren't they?
Are they still making
they're
new
still
movies?
making-
I know
It's
there's a
the same
video
world,
game.
but-
I just know there's a video game. That's right.
Oh yeah, it came. I saw a while ago. Like it was popping off on Twitch. That's all I saw. I just saw it was popping off on Twitch because every time there's a new game, everyone just like hops on the bandwagon.
I don't know how games catch on. Like I know how movies have like trailers. Do games have
Advertising.
trailers? Like how do they?
They have trailers. They've got hype surrounding it. Like they announced it from like 2-3 months ago. They have early access for streamers,
Yeah.
mainly streamers and YouTubers, so
Yeah.
content creators.
Yeah.
So the hype around the game builds, and then people are like, I want in right now. And then when launch day comes, everyone's like, buy right now, pre like you can buy beforehand as well, like
Yeah,
pre-release,
pre-ordering it.
like
as well.
pre-ordering as well.
Yeah.
So if you have a successful campaign with like content creators, that's how I've seen it usually, and usually that just pops off. And then if it's a good game as well, it has to be decent.
Yeah, like Fortnite.
Like, that's a peak of gaming.
Peak.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're not peaking that, but if you can make a game that's good and also have good advertising,
Yeah.
it's gonna pop off.
That's fair.
Like, That's
yeah.
what happened with Valorant back in the day.
Yeah.
So I think it broke viewership records. What was it? 2 million at one point concurrent viewers in the
So
beginning.
concurrent viewers, the Sentinels versus
No, I'm not talking about Sentinels. I'm saying way back in beta.
way back in beta.
So when they first released the game, when people didn't have access to the game to just download, what they did was give out free codes for the game, like access codes. But to get those
Yeah.
access codes, you would have to watch Twitch streamers, and that was okay, to be honest, the viewership, it was kind of inflated. So the 2 million followers or the viewers concurrent, that was because people just left their PC on all night just to get the code for the game.
2 million viewers in like one live stream? No.
Not live stream, just the game category itself on Twitch.
Just the game category.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. It was around that much. Yeah.
So that's what they did. They had hype building around it, and they had exclusive access for only the biggest Twitch streamers and all the big name people in gaming, I guess. And people saw that and were like, I want in. I need this right now. And then the game afterwards as well, it was kind of unique enough. It's like a mix of Overwatch and CSGO.
Yeah, right.
So it was unique enough for people's attentions to be like kept
It
on.
was
Plus,
also
they had a
free
I
esports
played
scene.
CSGO before.
Yeah, so it's
that's
kind
pretty
of like CSGO,
Yeah.
but yeah, people's attention was on it because of all the advertising. Plus, it's a cool concept, like CSGO and Overwatch kind of mashed up together.
Yeah,
So for a while, their viewership, like every single time, it was just crazy.
that's pretty good.
Like
It's
every
also
single
during
day.
like COVID time, and it's also like a free game, so like you can just sit down.
Oh,
and play, yeah.
that helps. That
Yeah.
helps so much.
Yeah, free game as well. I forgot
'cause-
about that.
Yeah, no one's gonna pay like fucking $30 to be like, I'm gonna play this video game. It's like
A lot of
if
people
it's,
like
no, I mean no,
yeah,
fair, but I'm
but
just
like
saying
if
like,
it's free, it's great.
it's nice.
To be honest, making the game free and having the monetization system they have is way more predatory than just outright having like $30 for the game.
Oh,
So
yeah.
they make way more money just without the
Yeah, that's the
outright fee.
Fortnite V-Bucks thing. Right?
the Fortnite
Yeah.
V-Bucks and the Battle Pass, all the
The Battle
systems,
Pass,
the
yeah.
subscription
Cosmetics
model,
and stuff,
uh,
yeah.
everywhere.
It's really smart. Like if
Yeah.
like
They
it's
know what
not
they. I mean,
right,
like,
but like it's really smart to think that it's like, oh, you give me this free thing. But if
I
you
mean,
want
companies
more,
they just want to make money. So
yeah.
It's
It's like, well, I would pay like LeBron James. I'm just gonna buy the LeBron James.
LeBron
skins.
James game.
And you just pay as LeBron James for like extra $30. Even though playing as LeBron James doesn't give you like a shooting like accuracy any better. Doesn't give you like more
It
materials
doesn't
to
give you
build shit.
anything
Nothing.
in real life.
There's nothing. You just look like LeBron James running around the Fortnite map. That's all you do. But somehow people are like, I want to fucking.
I need LeBron
I'm
James
such a
on me
massive
right now.
LeBron James. I
Yeah.
need to play like Travis Scott.
That was
Dude, do you remember all these events?
Travis Scott Burger. That was the funniest thing. Oh my god. Travis Scott Burger, that was a peak of my career. Like, I don't know what the hell that was. All the memes I saw, they were so absurd. There's no way you can describe it anymore. I saw this video of Travis Scott just transforming into a burger. I don't know if you can ever pull that up.
No. Do you know those videos where people would go to drive-thrus and then they'd play like sicko mode? They'd play sicko mode and then the fucking the fast food workers there, they'd be like, what the
They're like, bro,
fuck?
please,
Like,
this
please
is too
stop,
late for
please
this. I
stop.
just want to go
Like,
home.
could I, and then
Oh, he found it. This video was. I saw this. I was dying of laughter, and every single time for the next month I saw this video, I could not stop laughing. Like, how do you tell me? How do you think? Like, one day you wake up, it's like, you know what?
No.
I'm gonna see a burger.
Don't play sicko mode the song. Play the Travis Scott thing pranks, the drive-through pranks. Where like again, people would be driving their car and they'd be like, and then the lady would be like, hi, welcome to McDonald's. What
Oh,
can
could I
get
get
you?"
one?
Yeah. It's so horrible. The amount of fucking things that people used to go through, like the abuse that thing.
Service workers.
Service workers. That's the word I was looking for. Yeah, service workers go through is horrible. Like, how many times did like fast food workers have to listen to sicko mode unconditionally, with no option? They can't. They
They
can't
can't
say.
say no.
Yeah, they
Like,
can't
can
say
you guys-
no.
can you
Like,
stop?
can you guys please
I think I
stop?
saw a few videos here and there when they just close the window. It's like, you know what? Screw you. Next
They
customer.
denied their service. That's ballsy. That's really ballsy to say
Yeah.
the least. That's pretty funny. I know that. I know when America used to. What is this? Oh yeah.
This is the one.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the thing is, workers actually understood. Oh, they want Travis Scott meal.
Yeah. Well, I mean, obviously,
I mean,
after
obviously,
like the fifth time.
yeah. I mean,
Okay, you can stop it.
yeah, you can start.
Oh, that's so fucking sad. That like you pray that like your shift goes well. And you
Yeah.
have a good day at work. You don't want to like kill yourself or like go over the limit. And you have fucking idiots on the drive-thru, just morons making your life so much more difficult. Because there's nothing in these people's lives that like it's fun or interesting.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, let me just annoy someone else just to see the fuck of it. I feel so bad for them. the Popeyes chicken sandwich thing. People died over that. You don't know when Popeyes had their new chicken sandwich. And people were like, "Oh, it's better than like Chick-fil-A." Like these like American corporations. But I just remember seeing the memes of it, and like people would line up outside like the drive-throughs.
Yeah.
And they'd be like, "Oh, I want a Popeyes chicken sandwich, please." It would instantly sell out. And then some people used to buy it in stock. Like used to buy like 5 to 10 of these, and then go outside and sell it for extra amounts of money. Like they would like.
Oh, they're just arbitrage.
Yeah, they'll drop ship fucking burgers. That's what they would do. They would drop ship burgers. It's so weird. People would like buy it for like, it's like $5.
No,
Like,
I remember. Do you
I
know
don't
the
cost of
BTS
it.
meal?
Yeah, what about that? Like the
So-
Cajun sauce and stuff. Yeah.
But the BTS meal itself,
Yeah.
it's just a packaging that it comes in. People, I think, you know how BTS fans are. They're just obsessed with BTS, everything BTS. They sold, you know, the bag, just a bag for BTS, the BTS meal.
Yeah.
They were selling that for like thousands of dollars on eBay.
Oh my god.
And then people were putting
What
like
is this?
the burger and the chips and everything in like acrylic, or what do you call it? Epoxy,
Yeah.
just to preserve it and then sell it to like
Oh
in the future to
god.
other BTS fans.
What the?
You could probably
Do you
find like
guys
a rare
remember about the
BTS meal
Among Us
right now.
nugget?
Sorry.
Among Us nugget getting sold for like 50K or something like that.
Among.
It was touched by one of like the BTS members, a nugget, and it looks like Among Us.
I remember. No, it didn't get touched. The BTS meal had like an Among Us shaped nugget.
Oh, okay.
Or
okay.
something. Or one of the meals like had an Among Us shaped nugget. And it's like, you guys need to buy this right now. Now imagine. I don't know. Did someone actually buy that?
Yeah, it was like bought for like
Dude, people bought Bud
$50,000 or something.
Oh, bathwater. That
Yeah,
that,
people
was,
bought
that was
Bud.
wild. What the hell was that? Like, what was that time period? Guys.
Wait, was this all during lockdown? If I remember correctly.
Yeah,
This is all
most of it.
during
It's like
lockdown,
2020, 2021.
Yeah, this is like that weird period before lockdown. Like that weird period. That this was, I think, late
deserve a
2019. No,
lockdown,
this is
bro.
late 2019, early 2020. So that
I
those
think so. I
months
forgot when
before,
Belle Delphine bathwater was.
those months before. I remember that like weird time period just being.
When are they
strange.
doing the next shipment, by the way? I just want to know for a second.
Oh, I would like a restock of my product, please. That's fucked up.
People paying like $30 for
For-
Gamer Girl Belle Delphine's bathwater.
Oh god,
That's how much she's sold it for. Which
$30. Dude, why?
30 USD.
You just hike the price up to like 100. Just make more money. Fuck that. No, but why? Why would you be ethical? Like these people aren't very smart. So just like fuck it. Just go all the way. Don't be a half-witted horrible person. Go all the way. You know? What's that poem? I forgot that poem. The poem is like go all the way. It's like, go all the way. It's like that's it. Just be a horrible person. Just fucking overcharge for bath water. Because might as well just do it, kids.
I mean, if you do overcharge it, no one's gonna like have it believable to buy.
Fair, but you know, make more profit. And you know, people buy like Supreme stuff. I remember people, like I remember kids in our high school wearing Supreme, and it's like, is this it? Like, this is a jumper, and it just said Supreme.
This is
like-
Supreme. You just get it from like Bangladesh for $5, right? It's the same thing.
Not even $5, just $5, which is like it's like divided by 70.
1/70th of a dollar. 'Cause the thing is, all this stuff is made in Bangladesh and India, or like low labor price countries. So if you go to their country and get the same like or like kind of knockoff, it's legit the same thing. Like there's no difference. You just feel like you're paying for since you're paying for something, it feels like it's so much more better, so much more expensive. It's literally the same thing.
Dude, I just remember all the like that time from then to just after the second lockdown that we had in Australia. Like I just remember that being like the weirdest time of my life. Like those 2-3 years were just strange. People were doing random shit. Some people were like there was protests going on for like the BLM stuff, and then there's like a high school, like we had a HSC, then we had like all like people just dying in America of like burgers and shit, and like it's just so weird. Just
What?
think-
You go back on that. What do you mean?
no, the Popeyes chicken sandwich. That's what
Oh,
I brought
right,
up.
okay,
like
okay.
people were buying these burgers in stock, like in bulk, drop shipping it for higher prices,
Yeah.
and then some people would be like, "Oh, well, this guy's buying like 5. I'm just gonna get a gun and shoot this guy and take 4 of it away from him." People died. No, you could try
That's-
finding
that's
news
wild.
articles of like people dying over like Popeye chicken sandwiches or Chick-fil-A chicken sandwiches. It's a thing. I'm not saying it's funny, but it's kind of like the funniest way to die over a chicken sandwich. Like, you know how good a sandwich has to be for it to kill someone? It has to be
It has to
amazing.
be amazing.
Dude, it has...
I would kill
to
for a
die
photo
for
shoot,
doesn't
though.
mean anything anymore. Like to say this is to die
Yeah,
for.
yeah.
People, yeah.
So the story, man stabbed to death after argument over Popeye chicken sandwich.
This is actually wild. Now I remember. Do you remember back in the day they had Tide Pods? Children were just
Yes!
eating Tide Pods.
Oh my god. The Tide Pod challenge.
The Tide Pod.
I remember
yeah.
my mom comes to my room and she's like, "Are you doing this?" I was like, "What? What's happening?" And then cause I didn't have like Wi-Fi at the time,
Yeah.
and like any current events that she would know was through her coworkers. And her
And the
coworkers.
news?
No, like not really the news. We got like a brown house. We watched like Bollywood.
Was this like a
movies all the
TikTok
time.
thing?
Huh?
Tide Pod challenge?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a TikTok
And so
challenge.
yeah, they're just like yeah, and then my mom comes to my room and then she's like my coworkers, and which means like other women her age who are also equally frustrated about society.
Yeah.
Are telling
Gen
her
Z.
that people like oh Gen Z are like people like ingesting Tide Pods like
Yeah.
it's like Tic Tacs, and she's like, "Don't do this, yeah. Like this is going to like kill yourself. You're gonna die." And I'm like, what the fuck? Why would I ever
Why
do
would I
this?
ever do it?
Who
never
thought
makes
this was a
sense
good
to me.
idea? And then she shows me like a bunch of videos on her Facebook. What a surprise!
Wow, crazy. Yeah. It's always
and,
Facebook.
then
It's
her
always
face, and then her
Facebook.
Facebook, Facebook's like filled with like all this like Gen Z's horrible propaganda.
Yeah.
This is horrible. This stuff happens. Your son is doing this right now. If you don't parent, your son will end up like this person, like just ingesting
Yeah.
iPods or just going around. I know people used to open ice cream containers and lick it and put it back.
Oh,
in.
yeah, I remember.
Do you remember that girl? Who
Yeah, she got jailed for it.
Yeah, she got jailed for that, right? Yeah. Again, find the news article. I just remember all this stupid shit happening. Be like, this is funny.
So they opened the ice cream.
So she would open the ice cream container, she would lick it, and then she would put the ice cream container back and then put it in that thing. And this caused caused supermarkets to chain all the cold section foods, and then for like people to go to like the front counter and be like, "Oh, I would like to buy an ice cream, please." And then the guy would have to follow you, open the open the locks, open it for him to take it out to give to you. Like, what would you like? He's like, "Oh, I would like a Ben and Jerry's cookies and cream." He was like, "Okay." And then he'd give it to you, and then you had to close it up. Like it was like you were buying like a Rolex watch. Like there's more security for ice cream than I
Than
probably
Rolex.
have like other
Like
things
low
in the
level
world.
watch stores. That's actually wild.
You could probably break in and like you could probably break into a jewelry store and steal watches more than the fucking ice cream themselves. But people were doing this. This was a thing that happened, and this was like mass.
This is a part of history.
This is a part of
This is
history.
what happened in real life. We're not in a simulation. This is what happened in real life.
People are doing
Oh my
this.
god. You know, since you mentioned that, I kind of think I probably had some kind of experience like that without knowing. Like, after buying some fast food,
Yeah.
it's completely possible that I got spit in my food, like in my burger.
100%.
So that's
Yeah,
crazy. I saw that in the Eminem video way back. I
Yeah.
forgot which one, but he's doing his onion rings, like
Yeah.
spitting in the onion rings,
Yeah.
and then. Since I saw that lyric, I was like, this is not possible. My whole life is a lie. I'm never going to eat outside. Fuck this, bro. I'm making my own food and spitting in my own food.
You go back and be like, "Could I quality test?" I'm a fast food inspector. I ordered a 24 nuggets and this,
Yeah.
and you just make it yourself so that no one spits into it. Like a
You just do it
germaphobe.
one for like half an hour. You just go in there. Can I just do the shit for you instead?
I bet they'd probably like that. But like, you know what? Fuck it.
You know
Let
what?
this guy
Let
do
this
what
guy
he
do
needs
his
to do.
thing, bro.
I don't even have to worry about this one order. This guy has it. I used to work at McDonald's when I was like 7. I know everything to do with it. I can work it.
That sounds like something my dad would say. Oh, when I was your age, I was actually 5 years old. I worked 3 jobs. One at the bank, one at the McDonald's, and one at the local waste collection. Like,
Nonsense. Yeah, people were doing this. Like, yeah, what did you find from the article?
Yeah, so she's facing 20 years in jail and a $10,000 fine.
20 years or 10,000?
Both.
You know, oh man, 20 years. I think it was some horrendous amount of jail time just for that.
Oh my god.
That's what.
Oh my god.
It's kind of hitting.
And this happened in Texas, so basically in the
Oh
American
man, if it
area.
was Ohio, that would have been perfect. That would have been perfect.
Or Florida.
Oh, Florida.
Florida woman.
You know, they would get away with that in
They
Florida.
probably would. It's like every day for them. Oh man, that's amazing.
Oh, it adds to the flavor actually to the ice cream in Florida.
Was this a TikTok challenge, just licking off like the ice cream? Or did
It was just a viral video. I think I
Oh,
just popped
okay.
off, and then other people started doing it, like more videos. Because when one person does something dumb, everyone else has to be like, I could do that dumb thing too, you know.
I could do it dumber than you.
And then
I
they
could
make
do
it
dumber
into a
than
challenge.
And then they turn
Yeah.
it into a challenge, and then like that's how
you. It blows up.
Like yeah, I remember it happened in Australia. Like I went to buy like ice cream once. I was with my mum and dad, and like we're like in the ice cream section, and it's
Yeah.
like, why is it all locked up? And then my mum starts laughing, like dying, and my dad has no idea because he doesn't pay attention to social media.
Yeah.
He's like, I don't know what my dad does. Like no one knows what he does. He leaves home at like 7 in the morning. He
Yeah.
comes out like 9, and God knows what the fuck happens in between that
Could
time.
be running a whole cartel in that meantime. Your dad could be part of like the biggest conglomerate in the world, and you just don't know.
Dude, my dad could be a federal agent, and I actually couldn't know about it because he just doesn't tell anything. Like you know, like
That's
I would
wild.
ask my friends would be like, "Oh, what does your dad do for a living?"
Yeah.
I'm like, I.
Oh, he lives for a living.
No, he works as a salesperson somewhere. That's what he would tell me, but I didn't even believe that for 5 minutes.
That's crazy.
Oh, yeah,
like,
my dad's the don of a mafia gang.
That sounds like your dad's onto something, bro. Your dad's doing something suspicious in the meantime.
he would never tell us anything. I just remember
Oh, he
us.
does import, export, and all that.
Some kind of
No, yeah, and that's why I think salesperson's the funniest cover up because like you know you just drive around and like check on stores and their stock and you order shit for them. So it's funny, like as in like
okay,
so
he might
it's
not
the
be lying
best
with that
cover-up.
salesperson, right? He could be like salesperson, but of what? He never described.
Yeah.
Could be cocaine,
Yeah,
weed.
yeah.
Or maybe committing
No.
Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah.
And then I just remember my friends being like, oh, like my dad, like you know, he's a scientist, or my dad is a construction, like what?
Yeah.
You know, my dad builds. He's an architect. He's a doctor. He's a dentist. Like, what does your dad do? Like, oh yeah. Salesperson.
He's a seller. He's a seller.
It's just horrible. Those ones are really bad. And then I remember being like 5 or 6 and being invited to one birthday party. And then we went to my friend, like it's my friend's birthday party. So we go in, and my mom's there, and she's talking to the other mom, and then she's like they're trying to make conversation. So she goes, oh, so what do you work? And my mom's like, oh, I don't really work. I'm a stay-at-home mom. And she's like, oh, that's really sad. Like you should get a job. Something like that. So wild. And then my mom's like, what the fuck? Like she's thinking it. She's like, oh yeah, okay, I'll see. And she's like, oh, if you need, like, let me know. I can hook you up with one. Like there was nothing about like, oh, how are you doing? Like you know, there's no formal like conversation.
Yeah.
It was just her just being an asshole to my mom for no reason. And my mom was afterwards like, you know what, I'm gonna get a job. Out of spite. She got a job out of spite, out of that lady telling her that she's like
Yeah.
unemployed. She called her a brokey, and my mom's like, you know what?
You know,
I
it's
can
time to
do better than
change.
this.
That's
It's-
kind of sad. Like being a housewife, or like, how old were you when this happened?
Let's see. My mom had me. My mom was 26, so I was like 6. My mom had me.
Like at that age, like, kind of makes sense for her to be a housewife. Like,
Yeah,
your dad's
exactly.
doing all the job.
Yeah,
Being a housewife, like, it's responsibility still. Like,
Yeah.
you have to raise the
you
kids.
still have shit to do.
Yeah, and raising your kids is probably the most important thing. After what? After
Yeah.
you grind like everything.
Yeah,
else.
after you run everything.
Like that should be
That-
should be your main job. That
after
is
you-
your main job. Like
yeah,
raising
after-
your kids.
You make sure they become a proper human being.
Yeah,
first.
instead of being retarded on TikTok making ice cream typo. Like,
Yeah, I mean your job like after you give birth is that's it. This is my life.
This is your life. This
After
is
this
what
point,
I
like
do
I have to
full
care for
time.
this person
Yeah.
full time. I read this tweet the other day. This guy like because I follow like funny black people on Twitter, right? And then this guy was like, he's like, do white people think that you stop raising your son after 18 years? I was like, that's pretty funny. That's pretty
yeah,
funny.
that
to think.
actually.
That's pretty funny to think that it's like after 18, it's like, oh, you get fucked now. You get out of there. It's not my responsibility anymore.
Yeah.
Like I know, like I know it's like a celebrity thing to be like, well, I made this money, but my son didn't make this money. But
Yeah.
at the same time, it's like, well, you know,
You
you're
made this
also-
for your son.
you make
in
this
a
for
way,
your
like-
son as well. So if you die, it's like it just doesn't go up in thin air, and then
Yeah.
people start debating over. It's like, oh, I was his best friend when I was like 8, so I get some shares of money too. It's like no, it just goes to your second of
Like,
kin,
yeah.
your next of kin. Sorry, like you just get his son or your daughter, whatever it is. it's so stupid to me that like, people have like that like thing.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I don't know. Like I've thought about this. Like if I have that kid, I'm like I'm just gonna like make sure like he's okay after like 18 as well. Like like
18 is not
never,
enough for development.
yeah, it never stops.
You
Actually,
stop,
to be
like-
fair.
Physically, your brain is still developing until 25, was it? I think so.
Yeah, 25.
25,
Physically,
26.
we keep developing until 25. So
We keep
yeah.
developing.
The
So
brain, yeah.
even
the
right now,
frontal
us,
lobe
the
is
frontal,
the last
yeah.
one, and that's like where logic, reasoning, and all that stuff.
So
comes to.
after 18, there's still a good. There's like 7-8 years that you still have to grow. And your parents, the white people are like, you know what? No, fuck this kid, bro. He's done enough growing.
But like compared to like the older times, like they are like children back in the day are considered more mature than children now, and like you know how like
Would
they
you
had
say
like
I have no
that's-
idea.
I don't know. That just seems like a misconception.
I mean, you know
No
what though?
misconception.
why
I-
would they be
maybe
like,
maybe
Oh,
you're
why
right
so?
because you're probably you're put into situations where you have to start like
yeah
you know developing a brain of your own. You have to start independence of thought. You have to start being like, okay, how do I
like
provide
boys
for
were
my
being
family?
put in the armies back in the day like at like age what 16 or like
Was
what
it?
was it 18
What do you mean armies?
during World War when they were like enlisting for like people.
Yeah, I mean, but people used to like lie to get into the army. Like, that was the common thing.
Oh, that is
Yeah,
true.
people were like. People like 14 being like, oh, I'm 18, dude. I can totally fight. I can totally kill
And
someone.
the general said, I don't think you look. I don't think you look.
It's
18."
like, oh,
You
it says
know,
here
whatever.
on like my dodgy birth certificate that my doctor wrote me.
5 minutes ago, I just got this birth certificate. Yeah, but no, I get what you mean.
And they're also getting married really early ages.
They
as
got
well.
yeah. They used to get married early, but the trade-off right now is that because we get to develop our brains more over a long period of time, we can do things way greater than what we could do before.
Yeah.
So you know, an animal like a giraffe, I think, as soon as it's born, like 5-10 minutes, they can just start walking.
Yeah.
So, but they can't really build like a complex equation E equals MC squared, can they? They're gonna be walking around like I don't know, food, eat, I must eat, water, eat, and then
Yeah.
die.
Right. Yeah.
But
Fair.
That's a trade-off, I guess.
No, but we don't live as long as we used to as well. Like back then, like dude, the average person would live to like 30. So that's why
We don't
people,
live as
that's
long.
why,
Or do live as long.
no, we don't live as long back then. We did it.
Oh, did it back then? Okay.
Yeah, back
I was
then we
sorry. I
did
was. Yeah.
Yeah. Like we used to live to like 30, 40 years old.
So the
Like,
whole
that was-
life had to be compacted.
people didn't actually know what old age was. I think I like to think that like you could be like 30 back then and be like, dude, I'm gonna die in 10 years. Like I have nothing left. And then you could be like 40 now and be like, oh,
Imagine like not knowing like who grandparents were.
yeah,
Yeah.
people do know. Like I doubt that I really doubt that like back then they used to live for maybe more than like 50, 60 years. I don't think like the longest living person in like the ancient Greek times probably would have been like 60, 70 maybe. And that's after him being so rich and like having so much money and so many slaves and like having just a lot
Having
of
the
food.
highest quality of life you
Yeah.
could ever.
Yeah, like what wasn't like stupid would you rather? It's like would you rather be poor right now or would you rather be rich like 700 years ago? It's like no, you would be poor right now. Like you would
Yeah, you poor right now is rich
way
back
better.
in the day.
way better. Holy shit.
Quality of life, like government funding and just general food supply, what's it called, improvements. It's just crazy.
Not saying that being poor is fun. Like there's nothing fun.
Yeah, there's
about
nothing
that.
fun, but-
like, holy shit. It's
No,
not.
I actually like the grind. Like, I want once I get to CEO of my company, I'm gonna fucking drop to the janitor and then work my way back up because I just love the grind. I'm just a grossler, bro. I wake up.
Once you're at
4
the
a.m.
top of the CEO level, you make a tweet with entertain, then you get cancelled.
Can I
then
get
you-
cancelled? That's
it.
part of the
Stop.
plan.
That's like the reset button for your life. Just fucking. Back to
I
square
love
one.
entertain. All the tweets flying, bro. I cannot support you anymore.
Your company.
I know you're not. Gay.
Your company
Your
crashes.
company. It's like Tesla stocks. Like Meta stocks. It's like Meta stocks. All of them go
Your
down.
company crashes and then you have to like start from back. Oh, so we need a new revolutionary idea right now. You just start doing research for your product that you don't have any
You don't even
idea
have a
about.
product ready.
Quick word of the time. We have 2 minutes left for
Oh,
our booking
okay.
session.
2 minutes left
For
Do you
what?
want to extend?
until we're out of recording time. Daddy government is not gonna let us in.
Really? Oh yeah, right. Of course, daddy government.
Daddy government.
Rules all.
I need to get on my knees with daddy government. No man.